Serena, thank you so much for joining me. And Uman in the background. Dad, thank you for joining me. It's really great to be able to chat with you both for the Enyo Submission Only Jiu Jitsu podcast and the Enyo 7 event at Central Hall in Southampton on Saturday, the 7th of June. This episode is sponsored by Soul Taker Fightwear. Their story started in 2019 when their founder, Danny Lewis, set out his vision to create an enterprise that would enable reinvestment into upcoming jiu-jitsu talent. They are so proud to have supported and sponsored many athletes with fightwear and competitions across the globe. You may have already seen the Soul Taker brand being worn on the world's biggest jiu-jitsu stages, especially Enyo. Go and check out all of the sponsors for Enyo 7 in the show notes. Serena, so you're 14, you're a grey and black belt, and you train Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and you are up on your very first invitational, Enyo 7, in June. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited. I mean, I've never done anything like it, so it's like a new opportunity. I'm just really excited to try.
Oh, fantastic. And you're preparing in lots of different ways, going to a number of open mats, training with lots of other teenage girls. Um, how are you enjoying all the training in preparation?
I mean, I love it. So I do at my club, Carson Gracie, in Farnborough. I train about, I'd say, for 2 hours every day, and I mean, I love it. I learn so much, and I'm able to like spar with different people, which is also in the open mats that I've just started doing recently. It's good for me to be able to roll with different girls, and get
Amazing.
experience from them as well.
Talk to me about some of your favorite moves because before we started recording, you mentioned about your guard play. Talk to me a bit more about that.
Yeah, so I play both guard and on top, but in guard, I'd say my favorite things to do is lasso, De La Riva, and X guard.
Nice. And do you have a technique to get into those positions to start with? Are you
Sorry,
are you
you
kind of
cut
doing?
out. Do you mind? Do you
That's
mind?
okay. That's okay. Do you have a way and techniques to get to guard? Are you doing takedowns? Are you doing guard pulls? How do you start your matches?
Um, it depends. In no gi, I do takedowns, but then in gi, most of the time, whenever I want to play guard, I just guard pull.
Amazing. Now, you've taken part in a number of competitions. Talk me through some of your successes, Serena.
So I'd say going to IBJJF since I my first one was in 2023 for the Euros, and I've done three since, and in 2023 and 2024 I won gold, and then this year just now I had a really tough fight and I managed to get silver.
Fantastic. And what does it feel like standing on the podium with those medals?
It's amazing.
That's so good. So, do you have any nerves going into competition, Serena?
No, not really, because I've done it so many times now. It's just kind of like second nature to me. Like it just feels like another training session.
Good. You sound very accomplished already at the age of 14. How do you balance education, preparing for GCSEs, and training jiu-jitsu?
I mean, so luckily in my club, the um the classes are always like quite later sometimes. So I come home, I do my homework or tuition or whatever, and then I go straight to jiu-jitsu because it's good because I have like 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour rest when I get home. Then I have to go jiu-jitsu.
Wow, that sounds very good. And from what I've been learning with speaking to lots of different people on the Jiu Jitsu podcasts, that routine is really important. What does kind of the beginning part of your day? Are you kind of preparing for school, or do you think about Jiu Jitsu when you're at school?
I actually do sometimes quite a lot. Like whenever I have like a lesson that I'm not doing for GCSE, sometimes like if I'm allowed to or I've finished all my work, sometimes I would like watch jiu-jitsu on my school iPad just to help sometimes.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. And yeah, balancing learning and kind of watching invitationals. Are you inspired by anyone particular in the jiu-jitsu world?
Yeah, Theon Davis is a really big inspiration to me. I mean, I've been watching her since pretty much I've started, and yeah, she's a role model. I mean, I actually met her once on my dad. We were it was like a 6 a.m. flight, and we were coming back from Euros, and my dad recognized her, and then just patted her on the shoulder and was like, "Are you Theon?" And then we
That's
took a
pretty
photo.
cool. Oh, that's so nice. Meeting other women that train and compete in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is just incredible. And Enyo really does have the opportunity to kind of bring together all of us that love Jiu Jitsu so much. So we met at the Enyo Foundation Open Mat in Southampton a couple of weekends ago. Um, how was that session for you? Did you get in some good roles?
Yeah, I got in a lot of good roles, and I also met like quite a lot of teen girls there, which was good.
It was good. Did you like the vibe and the environment on the day?
Yeah, it was a really good vibe. I mean, there was a bit of music, there were like stalls you can get like a bit of kit from, and then there was also food and
Okay.
all that, which was really good.
I'm so pleased that you mentioned the food because that's kind of important. What do you like the most? What's your favorite food?
Cookies.
Oh, cookies, did you say?
Yeah.
Are they chocolate chip cookies or are they more oatmeal and raisin?
Chocolate chip.
Okay, that was a
They
silly
had them
question to a
then as
14.
well.
That was a silly question to a 14-year-old. Who doesn't love a chocolate chip cookie? Amazing. This is the Enyo Submission Only Jiu Jitsu podcast with me, Lou Temlett, talking with all of the upcoming Enyo 7 competitors. One of the things that would really help this show grow is by you subscribing on whichever platform you are listening or watching on: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music. If you could do that for me right now, I would be forever grateful. And as always, go and check out clips on YouTube and Instagram. Today, I'm having a conversation with Serina Sharma, and in the background, her dad, Uman. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, because you're taking part in lots of competitions as a young athlete, you are at the moment looking for sponsorship. How can we help you?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, me and my dad have been looking for a sponsorship for like, I'd say a little, like we've just started looking, and it would be really beneficial, I think, because I mean, doing all the competitions that we do, I mean, I try and compete like twice a month, and then as well internationally, it can get quite expensive.
Absolutely. I've spoken with a number of teenage competitors and their parents, and it's kind of a really dedicated pursuit, and one that's kind of started early and will probably continue for a very long time.
Yeah, and thanks for that, Lou, and thanks for asking a question about sponsorship. So I think a few other things just to add to what Serena just said there. I think, Serena is extremely passionate and dedicated to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I mean, as she mentioned, she trains every single day. She's trying to, she's obviously got her home schoolwork and everything else that she's trying to cram in, but her passion is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Obviously, I mean, Serena could talk more about this, but her aim is to obviously inspire other girls to take up the sport really and be confident and strong and independent. And in terms of sponsorship for herself, we've been working together where Serena is obviously been competing internationally. She's due to compete at the Pan Am. She's going to Abu Dhabi. I mean, she's done so well in her career so far in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that is, and she's received a lot of support from her club. And open mats have been now an important part of her growth. So it's not just about the financial aspect; it's more about the support of allowing her to have roles with other kids and teens of her age around the country. That would really kind of help as well. So just to kind of, I mean, all of that, obviously there is a financial aspect to it, but it's a passion around that too. So that really helps. And I think one of the things I just want to quickly mention is we have been collaborating with Women's Teens BJJ, which do open mats for teen girls only, and Serena is part of that collaboration. And everything goes to charity. So that really helps as well. With the open mats, and any sponsorship would help there.
That's fantastic that you're an upcoming role model for maybe your friends that don't train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kind of the younger, even younger generation. I think it's outstanding to kind of be setting the way forward. And even, you're inspirational. All of you teen girls are, you're inspirational to us older ones on the mats and kind of competing as well, because whilst we're nowhere near the same kind of age bracket or anything, when the young ones get on the mats and they're competing at shows like Enyo 004, it's that there's a fire and a passion that all of us feel, that we want to be involved in these things, and you do give us a little spark of hope and inspiration for us to get on there. Where do you see your career going, Serena, with jiu-jitsu? What would you love to achieve?
I'd love to be able to go on to be a black belt and go to like all the big competitions, and then after that also like start my own club, which would be like, I would love to do that.
I think that's, secretly some of us feel like that's where we want to be, but actually, it's a long journey and a lot of hard work, and it really does sound like you're putting in a great deal of hard work and effort, not just you but your whole family as well. How do you feel supported by your family? How are they helping you at the moment?
I mean, it's really good. So especially my dad as well, because he's the most into it with me. But my mum and my dad both have to drive me around everywhere. My sister also trains, but she doesn't train and do competitions as much. But it's always someone for me to like train with and roll with at home to help like make each other better. And then my parents, like my dad rolls with me as well, like does drills with me just to help improve on things that I'm weak in.
It's so good. Having a family member at home you can train with is really quite important sometimes. So whether any of us are at home without anyone that trains, try and encourage them to start training. Me and the kids all started training at the same time. So I have two partially willing opponents to train with, and I've got a 14-year-old son, and there's only a matter of time before I am being tapped out on the mats, or even at home on the mats. Talk to me more about your preparation for Enyo 004, Serina.
So at my club I've been doing a few privates to help, just strengthen on certain points. I've been going to all my usual classes, which help. I've been doing strengthening conditioning, like outside as well. So in my club and outside, like going to the gym and just stuff to help get my stamina up as well.
Good. I love that. And which bit do you enjoy the most, apart from all of it?
Of what, of just jiu-jitsu generally?
All of the things that you're doing. I quite enjoy lifting weights and doing some of the strength and conditioning. But what is it for you that you, out of all the things you might enjoy, what one thing do you enjoy the most doing at the moment?
I mean, I love like doing like actual classes with lots of kids at my club because I think it's just a really good environment to be in. Like there's just lots of kids, everyone's trying to get better, everyone's like rolling, and we're all like doing everything together, like strengthening, conditioning, we're all doing it together and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
So just being
it does sound like a really nice team development, and they're probably all very much supporting you. Have you got a number of people coming along to support and cheer you on at Enyo 7?
Yeah, I do. I have family members, I have team members, I have few of my coaches. Yeah, so a lot of people have been really supportive and want to come.
Amazing. So it's going to be a really fantastic day out. Are there any matches you're particularly excited about watching on the card?
Yeah, I am actually. So a few of the girls who I've been rolling with and meeting are fighting on Enyo as well. So I'm really excited to see their matches. And especially because I know all the teen girls who are fighting, I know pretty much all of them. So yeah,
Amazing.
it'll be really good to watch and cheer them on.
Good. I will be there. I will be looking forward to cheering you on, Serina, and just looking forward to watching your future success, because it sounds like you have a great foundation and you're being supported, not just from your family, your club, and kind of lots of other people around you, and most importantly, your kind of fellow teammates and other kind of teenage girls. Sounds like you've got a great crowd of people around you.
Yeah, I do. I'm really lucky to have them.
Amazing. If you haven't already got your Enyo 7 tickets, please head over to Instagram at Enyo Grappling and get your ticket ready for the 7th of June. Serina, do you have anything else you'd like to add or mention?
I don't think so. I think we've gone through everything.
Good. Well, I wish you all the luck. Good luck on kind of sponsors approaching you, seeing your success and helping you grow and be that inspirational young person coming through the ranks, ready for your kind of future generation as a black belt, competing around the world and enjoying all the amazing success that jiu-jitsu brings, not just yourself but everybody else watching and taking part. Thank you both so much. I look forward to seeing you on the 7th of June.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You are very welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for telling your friends about this show, and as soon as this episode ends, I'd really appreciate you dropping the show a rating and a review. Thanks again for listening. Catch you on the next episode of the Enyo Submission Only Jiu Jitsu podcast.